Ready, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Has it been done, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very fortunate to have the association of His Grace Ravilochana Govinda Prabhu, who will be sharing the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 5, chapter number 18 and sloka number 18. 5.18.18. Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, all the devotees assembled here. So I welcome all of you for this today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. First of all, thank you all for providing me this opportunity to speak on that so highly advanced scripture that is the Bhagavatam. Even though I'm not qualified, if there is any mistakes, anything, please let me know and please correct me at the end of the class. Hare Krishna. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी मुखं करोति वाकालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातुमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवम्. So, today we are discussing from the 18th chapter, the prayers offered by the Lord, but to the Lord by the residents of Jambudvipa. Today's verse is 5, that is Canto 5, chapter 18.
Prabhuji, sorry, Prabhu, can you adjust your camera a little bit, Prabhuji? Your face is not fully visible.
Is it okay, Prabhu? No?
Yeah, it's better, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Or you want me to a little bit adjust more?
Yeah, this is okay, Prabhu. What is there now is okay.
So, Canto 5, chapter 18, text 18. Om Ham Hrim Hrum Om Namo Bhagavate Rishikeshaya Sarvaguna Visheshair Vilaksitatmane Akutinam Chittanam Chetasam Visheshanam Chadipataye Sodasa Kalaya Chando Mayaya Annamayaya Amritamayaya Sarvamayaya Sahase Ojase Balaya Kantaya Kamaya Namaste Ubayatra Bhuhyat. Synopsis. Om, O Lord, Hrum, Hrim, Hrum, the seeds of the mantra chanted for a successful result. Om, O Lord, Namaha, respectful obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rishikeshaya, unto Rishikesha, the Lord of the senses, Sarvaguna, with all transcendental qualities, Visheshai, with all varieties, Vilaksita, particularly observed, Atmane, unto the soul of all living entities, Akutinam, of all kinds of activities, Chittanam, of all kinds of knowledge, Chetasam, of the functions of the mind, such as determination and mental effort, Visheshanam, of the respective objects, Cha, and Adipataye, onto the master, Sodasa Kalaya, whose parts are the 18 original ingredients of creation, namely the 5 objects of senses and 11 senses, including the mind. Chandamayaya, unto the enjoyer of all ritualistic ceremonies, Annamayaya, who maintains all living entities by supplying the necessities of life, Amritamayaya, who awards eternal life, Sarvamayaya, who is all pervading, Sahase, the powerful, Ojase, who supplies strength to the senses, Balaya, who supplies strength to the body, Kantaya, the supreme husband or masters of all living entities, Kamaya, who supplies all necessities for the devotees, Namaha, respectful obeisances, they unto you, Ubayatra, always, during both day and night, or both in this life and the next. Uhyat, may there be all good fortune. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Rishikesha, the controller of all my senses and the origin of everything. As the supreme master of all living, all bodily and mental and intellectual activities, he is the only enjoyer of their results. The five senses objects, 11 senses, including the mind, are his partial manifestations. He supplies all the necessities of life, which are his energy and thus non-different from him. And he is the cause of everyone's bodily and mental powers, which he is also non-different from him. Indeed, he is the husband and provider of necessities of all living entities. The purpose of all Vedas is to worship him. Therefore, let us all offer him our respectful obeisances. May he always be favorable towards us in this life and the next. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In this verse, the word Maya Maya is further explained in regard to how the Lord expands his mercy in different ways. Parasya Shaktir Vidadaiva Suryate. The energies of the Supreme Lord are understood in different ways. In this verse, he is described as the original source of everything. Even our body, senses, mind, activities, prowess, bodily strength, mental strength, and determination for securing the necessities of life. Indeed, the Lord's energies can be perceived in everything, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.5. Rasoham Apsu Kaunteya. The taste of water is also Krishna. Krishna is the active principle of everything we need for our maintenance. This verse also, this verse offering respectful obeisances unto the Lord was composed by Rama, the goddess of fortune, and is full of spiritual power. Under the guidance of a spiritual master, everyone should chant this mantra and thus become a complete and perfect devotee of the Lord. One may chant this mantra for complete liberation from material bondage, and after liberation, one may continue to chant it while worshipping the Supreme Lord in Vaikuntha Loka. All mantras, of course, are meant for this life and for the next life. As Krishna himself confirms in Bhagavad Gita 9.14, Satatam kirtiyanto mam mitantascha dridhavritaha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, enduring with great determination, bowing down before me, the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. A devotee who both in this life and next chants the Maha Mantra or any mantra is called Nitya Yuktopasaka. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगधा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सहग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशचारिणी जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Are you able to hear, see Prabhu clearly?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you very well.
Thank you. Okay. In this chapter, we have seen how the several residents of Jambudvipa are offering prayers. 1 minute. So this chapter we see how several residents of Jambudvipa they are offering the prayers to the Supreme Lord. Actually, there are 9 different varshas on the track which we have seen in Jambudvipa, and Jambudvipa is the middlemost planet in the Bhumandala. The people who are living in these tracks actually worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead in various forms. We have already started the forms of the Lord which has been worshipped by the residents of Jambudvipa. So that each varshas there is a presiding deity, that is a deity, like the other Ishta Devata, like how we in our temple we offer Radha Vinoda, like that, Radha Vinoda, Raja, Radha Rasbihari, like that. We have different this one. So similarly, here also they have different presiding deities, Ishta Devatas, whom they offer prayers. So, but each Varsha, that each prominent plant, the Varshas, there are some prominent residents. They are the one who are going to offer the prayers, while other residents of the Varsha follow the leader, like how we saw in Bhadrashava, son of Dharmaraja, accompanied by other residents and his servants, worship Lord Hayashisha. That is in Bhadrashava Varsha. That is in Harivarsha, Lord Narasimhadeva is glorified by Prahalada. And now in the third, this one, we see how that is from Lakshmi Devi, that is from in this chapter, verse 15 to 23, how Lakshmi Devi in Ketumala Varsha worships Lord Vishnu in the form of Pradyumna, that is Kamadeva. There are some beautiful prayers. While Lakshmi Devi, in the first prayers, she she prays that how the Lord in various ways is the creator, he is the maintainer of everything. And then in the later part, we will see how he is our supreme protector and he is the supreme protector. Actually, in the woman in this world ask for a longing husband to take care of. But who is the real husband? Shri Krishna. Krishna is the real husband and he is the real protector. How we see in Bhagavad Gita 5.27, Bhoktaram igna tapasa sarvalokam maheshwaram surudam sarvabhutanam natvam mam shanti rachati. Krishna is the protector. It says that Krishna is the protector of all planets. He is the supreme enjoyer of all our endeavors. And Krishna is our eternal and genuine well-wisher. He says that actually whoever understands this, he is at peace. Shantim Rachati. So, Krishna, he is actually, if we understand this, then we will know that he is the only person who is independent and we are all dependent on him. So in this canto of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, that is what we are going through, this canto, we here see actually the cosmology. Sukadeva Goswami is talking about the cosmology, that is Bhagavata cosmology. But he talks about he is describing so many things, like how big the entire cosmology is, how each planets are so big, thousands and thousands of yojanas, and all those things he's giving dimensions. He's giving the locations of those planets. And in this middle of all this cosmology, suddenly these prayers commence. So actually he's talking very technical matter, but in the middle, he is discussing about the cosmology. that is the heartfelt prayers offered in the middle of the cosmology. He introduces this heartfelt prayers offered by the devotees of the Lord. So there are actually, we have seen that how the wonders in cosmology are. So we know how big and all those things. We have seen descriptions. We have been also going through that one. We already seen that so many descriptions, the wonders in the cosmology. But with that particular thing, he's not forgetting to mention the prayers of the by the devotees of the Lord. So we also see in the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, that is why he is doing this is he's giving so much importance to the prayers offered by the devotees, because that is the most important tricks of the entire Bhagavatam. And we also see how in the Srimad Bhagavatam, complete entire Bhagavatam, so many important prayers have been delivered, and the prayers have been they have emphasized the importance of the prayers, like how we know that the Kunti Devi prayers, whether it is be Kunti Devi prayers or Bhishma Dev prayers, Narada Muni, Vritrasura, Brahma prayers, so etc. So in the material world also, we will come across many wonders. We see such a huge buildings, even though it's very tiny in comparison to all these things, but also in the material world also we see how there are many wonders. And here also we should not forget that we are, and we should not think that we are independent, and we should always be dependent on the Lord. That's actually in this entire chapter. That is the theme of this chapter and this particular verse also. So we here also, when we see some important, huge, or whatever we see, which is wonder in material world also, there also we should not forget the Lord. That's what is being emphasized in this particular verse and particular verse. So how should we express our, that means here also it says that we have to be dependent on the Lord. And how we have to be, what are the ways to be dependent on the Lord? So the most important way of expressing our dependence on Krishna is by offering prayers. Srimad Bhagavatam actually is not there to give the details of cosmology, but it is attempting to tell us how great Lord is, how great his opulence is, how expansive is his material energy. Even if the material energy of, if we see that material energy of Krishna itself is so great, then what to speak of spiritual energy? That's what is the logic here. If the material universe, we see that entire big universe, actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is compared to a small mustard seed in a bag full of mustard seeds. So this itself is so big. That is, the material world is itself so huge. And then what to speak of the spiritual world? The Goloka Vrindavana, that is, which has got unlimited planet, unlimited Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky. So we can just imagine what will be the opulence of the spiritual world in compared to this itself. We are seeing that so huge, and so it is such a wonder. Then we can just imagine what will be the opulence of the spiritual world, what will be the opulence in this of the spiritual world in compared to the tiny material universe. So this description of cosmology actually is given to appreciate Krishna, so that knowing how great he is, how he is maintaining everything, how he's controlling everything, so we know how great he is. So with that, we think we should see ourselves as very insignificant, and we should surrender unto him. That's the message actually of the entire Bhagavatam. So how should we surrender? And we should, first of all, we should understand Krishna, then surrender, and then accepting Krishna's greatness, and to know how. Also, it is also good to know the details. It is not that whatever is mentioned is otherwise. The entire Bhagavata cosmology would have not been there in the Bhagavatam itself, because Bhagavatam removes all ahetuki, that is it, Kaitava Dharma. It removes all the Kaitava Dharma. Then why it is mentioned here? Just there is a purpose. The purpose is, we know that in the material world itself is so big, so great, and what is it in compared to the small, what is it compared to the spiritual world? these material things are so insignificant. So this will come to know, otherwise we'll not understand. That's why Bhagavatam gives everything, starting, then only slowly, finally, 10th canto only, it brings the topics of Krishna. Before that, it slowly builds up and tells us how great Krishna is. Otherwise, we will not know his energies, or we will not know what Krishna is. So that's why it is mentioned. So we should actually here, even though it is good to know the details, but actually we should not miss the essence. So these prayers are offered in this verses, that is starting from previous verses. It is the verses here are the prayers, some of the prayers offered by Mother Lakshmi. So here the Rama Devi in the form of Lakshmi is worshipping Lord Vishnu. So the Srila Prabhupada in the purport states that by saying, that is in this verse, he starts with saying that Maya. That means he actually says that this is further explained in this verse. That's what that the verse, the translation starts. The purport starts. So his mercy is in different ways. Maya means affection and also illusion. So when a mother deals with a child affectionately, she is called Maya. Also, thus the word Mayamayam is used here to mean very affectionate. Maya, Maya means we heard that it is affectionate, but Mayamayam means very affectionate, and the Lord is very affectionate towards the devotees. That is another meaning of Mayamayam. The Lord actually, he is very eager to deliver us, from the clutches of Maya, that is the illusory energy. Like his divine, that is His Holiness, Jayapataka Swami, in his lecture about this, he says how Maya is so wonderful, so merciful. Maya Mayam. Here in this word, when he's talking about that, he says that at the end of every word, like maybe Kripa, then add to that Kripa Maya. So Kripa Maya means it is filled with mercy, very merciful. So similarly, we have Yashodamayi means she is mother, and also it means that she is very affectionate. So the Lord is very merciful. That's why he himself is called as Maya Mayam. So he is very merciful to the conditioned souls. That is, conditioned souls. We are all entangled in the material world, and there is no way to get out of this material world by our own effort. We remain stuck unless we have the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead we can get out of this material entanglement. So in Bhagavad Gita, we see how it is mentioned, Devi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. So it says that the Maya, that is the illusory energy of the Lord, is very difficult to overcome. But by the mercy, but if you surrender and by the mercy, you can easily cross over it. So also, those who surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, that's what it mentions, that can easily overcome this illusory energy. And we have seen how merciful the Lord is in different forms. But the most merciful form of the Lord is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because in this avatar, Lord is very eager to deliver the conditioned souls who are entangled in the material world. He's giving mercy very easily and very freely is distributing this mercy. Even Radha and Krishna are also merciful. But only pure devotees can access Radha and Krishna in the original form. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made himself very accessible to everyone, and anyone can get the shelter of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by simply simply chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The holy names are so merciful that just by chanting the holy names, the Lord will forgive all our anarthas. The Lord, the Lord, in the form of the holy name, the holy name also is a form of the Lord. The Lord in the form of holy name is more merciful than the deity form itself. So even though the deity forms are also merciful, Lord, we see how next month we will be, that is this month, 27th, we will be having Jagannath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra. So there, we see Lord is so merciful, he comes to the street to give darshan to the devotees. So all the deity forms are also very merciful, like how Srila Prabhupada says in one of his lecture that if we take one step towards the Lord, Lord will take 10 steps towards us. So that's why he is called as Krupamayam or Mayamayam. So when someone is so merciful, he's freely distributed, he has freely distributed as the mercy. So is it not intelligent that we take advantage of that mercy and we get involved according to the instruction given by him? Very simple. We can get the mercy. First, if you want to get mercy of the Lord, we have to get mercy of the devotees. Like if you want to get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to also get mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So these, if we have desire, that means for that we should have the desire. If we simply have the desire that we have to take the shelter of the Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just we have desire, that is enough. That is the qualification we require in order to get the mercy of the Lords. Like the mercy is so, like, we have seen many places how the mercy is acted. Yesterday, Prabhu in the lecture was talking about the mercy of the mercy what the Lord has given to the devotees. Like yesterday, he was talking about how some of the thieves, they came to rob a devotee. The devotee, even though he gave all his whatever he had, watch, the purse, wallet, and other things, but there was a change in their heart itself. They themselves came back and they said, "See, we can see you that you are like you are a devotee." So, and then they gave that all the whatever they had stolen, they gave it back. And not only that, one of the thief, he started when Prabhu said, "Please come to the temple and attend the classes and please come to the temple and attend the programs." That one of the thieves, he started attending and he has become a devotee. That this is the mercy. The person who came to steal becomes the devotee of the Lord. So in the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so great that he doesn't use any weapons to kill any demons in this age. Here we don't have virtual demons. The demons are within us, all kama, krodha, etc. So these are the demons. And what is he using it? He's only using transcendental weapons. How can we kill these demons in our heart? So the transcendental weapons are like kartal, then bhajan, love to God. All these things are the transcendental weapons. By using these weapons, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this age of Kali has shown us, even though we are very unfortunate and we have so many impediments, that is, by just using these transcendental weapons, we can overcome all the anarthas, and that will, kill the demons within our heart. The verse actually starts by offering respectful obeisances unto the Lord, and this particular offering of prayers is composed by Ramadevi, the goddess of fortune. We all see how Ramadevi during Samudra Manthan, she comes, she will actually scan all the personalities who are there. She will find that there are so many negative things in each of the personalities. When finally she comes to Lord Vishnu, apart from the good qualities, she will find a lot of the negative qualities also in other great personalities. But when she comes to Lord Vishnu, she will not find any faults. So she will say that, okay, he is my suitable husband. But here also there will be one fault with the Lord. That fault is that Lord is completely renounced. Even though Lakshmi Devi will be running behind the Lord and she will be very excited and she will be so eager to marry the Lord, Lord will be completely neutral. That is another quality of the Lord, that is, he is completely renounced. So we also see that to get mercy of Lakshmi, people are doing so many vratas, tapa, etc. But Lakshmi Devi is not at all interested, is not at all interested in those things. She is like behind Narayana. But Many people wants to keep Lakshmi, that is the photos showing that, gold coins from the hand, all those things. But Lakshmi is not at all impressed by all those things. So that is the theme actually. Lakshmi Devi says in these prayers that there are some people who are, behind me for the wealth and opulence, but if they ignore Narayana, then Lakshmi Devi says, I am not interested with those people, and she doesn't bless them and she doesn't bless them at all. That is, in spiritually, she doesn't bless them. So she says that the so-called opulences, what they are aspiring for is not at all worthy if they are separated from Narayana. So here also, Srila Prabhupada gives examples of the Shishupala. Shishupala wanted Rukmini, but not Krishna. Similarly, Ravana also wanted Sita Devi, not Rama. So many people, they want Lakshmi Devi for money and they want blessings, but they want to ignore Narayana, Krishna, Rama. So this is the message Lakshmi Devi is giving. She herself is portraying what we have to do, how we have to, what is our real identification, how we have to serve the Lord. That's what she personally does that. We can see in most of the this fun photos, or when we go to kshetras like Srirangam or any Srirangapatna, we can see the Lord being massaged by the Lakshmi Devi, who is the in charge of opulence. She is herself completely opulent, but she is taking the blessings of the Lord. That means she is seen massaging the lotus of the Lord. That's what she says, that this is what you have to learn. You should not ignore Narayana. Narayana is the main thing. If Narayana is happy, then I will bless you. If you worship Narayana, then along with him, then only I will worship you. That's what is the message she gives in these prayers. She says that the Narayana, that is, he is actually the real husband, and you, that is the people, he is a real pati, and people unnecessarily behind, run behind the so-called protectors or other people, like other people, but actually the real protector is the Krishna, and he is the pati. So here in the there is actually in this one it said that, see, actually there are no male or female. So one birth maybe one person may be a female, and next birth itself he may be a male. So we know that how in the Bhagavad Gita also it says that we are all females, whether it is man, female, man, male, female, all those people in the material world. Actually, ultimately, we are all females, and Krishna is the only Purusha. So in Bhagavad Gita 7.5, it says that Apareyasitastvanyam anyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yedyam daryate jagat. Apareyam itastanyam. That is superior to the material energy, like the earth, water, etc. is a superior to the material energy. Yeah? The earth, water, fire, air, etc. is the superior energy, and that jiva is the superior energy. Even though the jiva is superior, he is still, all jivas are prakriti and not purusha. There is only one purusha in the cosmic manifestation, and that is Krishna. And everything else is Prakriti. Sometimes Jivas are also described as Purusha because they exhibit Purusha mentality. What is Purusha mentality? That is the controller. I am the controller. I am the doer. I am enjoyer. That is the Purusha mentality. So therefore, sometimes what happens, accepting this mentality, the Shastra sometimes says Jiva as Purusha. So Jiva, actually the Jiva identity is that he is the servant of Krishna. He is not male, female. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Gopi Bhratayor Spada Kamalayor Dasa Dasanu Dasa. He says, I am not sannyasi, I am not Brahmana Kshatriya. Then what am I? I am the servant of the servant of the gopis, Gopi Bhratahu. This is my real identification. That's what he says. So Mother Lakshmi also is trying to remind us that people like how we discussed that men may think that we are the protectors of the family members, women, and women also say they want a good husband. So Lakshmi Devi is actually beautifully reminding in this sloka that also Srila Prabhupada says in this lecture that if that husband means to maintain wife, children by supplying good whatever wealth and security, but the material husband cannot possibly do, or the he can liberate us, which is the main goal of life. He is not, he cannot possibly do that one. So only person who can do that is, he can do only according to his karma. Whatever he is able to do, he is able to do only according to whatever he has acquired from his karma. That is karmana naitra devena. But if you want to get if you want to get out of the entanglement of this material world, which is actually the goal of life, then we should not forget that we are servant of Krishna and we should take shelter of only Krishna. He is the only person, Mukunda. He is the only person who can give mukti. So if one is aspiring to transcend this condition and mentality, then one has to hear the Harikatha, read Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and understand that we are the servant of the Lord. Otherwise, we think that we have a different that Indian body, and we are brahmachari, we are that and this. But actually, the real identity is that we are servant of Krishna, and that's what Lakshmi Devi is beautifully telling us. Lakshmi Devi is telling that she's even talking about her position. She says that, please just don't, she says that if we can see herself, she will be even cleaning the walls. She's cleaning the floors of the that is the walls and floors of the Vaikunta Jadu. She's doing that personally. She's doing that. Actually, it is not required, because the places, that is the Vaikunta, doesn't have any dust. There is no kalmasha there in this one. But still, she does all those things just to show to the world that she herself is the servant. She herself is serving the Lord. That too in a menial, whatever menial things are there, that she is doing it. Actually, when any service is given to us, especially to me also, sometimes I feel, oh, this type of service, what is this? That is very menial service. Why they're not giving other type of service? But here she is showing personally that there is nothing called menial or anything in the service. Everything, whatever service we do, is fully potential. And Lakshmi Devi also is questioning those people who also want to worship only the her and not Narayana. That means she says that if you separate me from Narayana and me from Narayana, meaning that you don't want Narayana, just he wants only he has desire only for wealth. She says that I will not give any blessings. So, what is here we see that in Hari Bhakti Vilasa 11.59, it is mentioned that Vyadasya Charanam Durvasa Chavayo Vidya Gajendrasya Ka Kubjayaha Kim Yunama Rupam Adikam Kim Tad Sudamno Danam Vamsaha ko vidurasya yadavapater ugrasya kim paurusham bhakti tulistusyati kevalam na cha gunair bhakti priyo madavaha. Vyadaha, that was a hunter. Basically, it is telling that you don't need any qualification. This verse says they don't need any qualification at all. Whatever qualification is, whatever you have, that is enough. They don't have to have any special qualification to get the Lord. That's what in this it says that Vyada, there was a hunter by name Vyada. What etiquette he had, but he didn't have any qualification, but still he became a devotee of the Lord. Even in this verse, it says Dhruvasya Chavayo. That means Dhruva, what was his age a qualification to worship Lord? No, Dhruva Maharaj was only 5 years old when he saw when he saw Krishna. So is cultural background a requirement? No, even hunter has become a devotee. Gajendra, is he a great philosopher? Actually, he was not at all a great philosopher. Elephants, sometimes it is called as dull-headed. So how come a Gajendra, that the elephant, got so much of knowledge? because of the previous birth he understood, he remembered, and he was able to give. That is, for that, there is no requirement of any requirement is not required for the, or qualification is required to become a devotee. That's what it says. And Kubja, was she any beautiful? No. Kubja was, actually, she was not, initially, before when she came and before when Krishna blessed her, she was not beautiful. So beauty is again not a qualification to get the mercy of the Krishna. But also we see Sudama. Sudama was so poor that he didn't have even the thread and needle to stitch the places where it was torn. What he used to do, he used to put the knot. So that kind he was there. He didn't have that much money also. So was Sudama, did Krishna not show his mercy on Sudama? Definitely he showed. Here, another thing, what we saw also, what we'll see is that Vidura was actually the caste or something is qualification. No, here it says that Vidura, he was actually Sudra, that is Dasiputra. Also, Prahlada came from demonic family, we know that. And then still they attained the Krishna's lotus feet. Duryodhana was offering Chappan Bhog to Krishna, but Krishna did not accept it. He just simply accepted the peels from the Viduranis. So nothing is the qualification. All these things are not qualification to get Krishna. We also see Ugrasena. He was actually Ugra. He was a Ugrasena, but name was only Ugra. But he was very mild. He was very polite. His son himself arrested him. So, and then only Krishna used to protect him. Even when he, he actually was a very mild person. He was not at all. He was not Ugra. Only the name was Ugra. So here also we see that that is also not a qualification. Actually, Krishna was protecting Ugrasena everywhere. Even when he became the king of Dwarka also. There were so many demons who were coming. Jarasandha came, and it was only the Krishna and Balarama who was fighting, and that the demons. So here it is said that Ugrasya bhaktya tushyati kevalam na chat gunair bhakti priyaho madhava. That is the last line in that verse in the prayers. Only devotion, that means only devotional service can satisfy Krishna. And it is bhakti alone which will satisfy us also. That is very important. Bhakti alone, that is for Jiva also. Bhakti only can give us the actual satisfaction. Like we know that an example is given that if a child is lost, and if somebody gets hold of the child, and what the child will do, first thing it'll be consistently, it'll be crying that I want my father, I want my mother. Even if the people who are assembled there, if they give them good clothes or good food, it'll not ask it. I know it will not take it, but it'll be only be crying. It wants only it wants their parents only. Similarly, what will satisfy us is only Krishna. That is our real relationship. Only when we get Krishna, we will be totally satisfied. And whatever other things we get in this material, it will not satisfy. So here also in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see this particular verse, Savai pumtho batparo dharmo yato bakshir adokshade ahaitiki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. So Atma, to get suprasidati, that means fully satisfied, what happens? It requires two things. One is bhakti without any motivation, and bhakti without interruption. So ahetuki apratihata, that means ahetuki, that means no material agenda at all. And apratihata, then apratihata, ahetuki means no material agenda. Apratihata means no breaks or interruptions. So the best example we can immediately get in these two things is Apratyata and Ahetuki, and Apratyata is Mother Yashoda. She was always constantly thinking of Krishna. Even though there are so many things which has to come morning, first thing what she used to do, she used to think what Krishna is doing, how to please Krishna, how to get the best of the milks. And and she didn't have any expectation from Krishna. Even though once Krishna showed her the Vishwarupa also, she said, okay, Krishna, for some time she saw that. After that, Krishna also with the Maya, that is Yoga Maya, when he covered, she says, okay, this is my Brahme. No, that she was not at all interested in anything. She did not have any motivation at all. So here also we how we can also get, our soul, that is the Atma also can get suprasidati, that is completely satisfied by getting by these two things, that is Ayatiki and Apratihata Bhakti, only we can get these two things. So whatever other things we get by Brahmananda, Swargananda, so that is actually nothing in front of the this one, or the peace or the satisfaction we get by performing Krishna Bhakti. So Krishna, even the example, very good example is of Dhruva Maharaja. Dhruva Maharaja, when he started offering the prayer to the Lord, before that, that is before 6 months before he saw the Lord, his mentality was totally different. He wanted the kingdom which even his father did not have. He wanted the kingdom of Brahma. He wanted better than that. And he, after 6 months, when he saw the Lord, he just said, Lord, I was actually looking for all this anandas, that is, I want that kingdom and this kingdom, which is actually just like the pieces of glasses. What I got now, your darshan, is the diamond. Actually, I got the diamond. That's what he realized. This is actual realization, is this, that when we get the Lord, that is the real satisfaction. That is the supreme happiness we will get only by practicing devotional service. And how we have to practice devotion service? In association with the devotees. And anything, whatever we may have, whatever it may be, anarthas, or we want something, we don't want anything at any condition, at any point of life, we should simply be dependent on the Lord. Like how in Bhagavatam it says, Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaratihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta parusham param. That means whether we have akama, that means we don't have any desire, or we have sarvakama, that means we have all desires, we have so many types of desires, or moksha kama, or we even desire liberation. And all these things, whatever we have, we just have to surrender to the Lord. Tivrena bhakti yogena. This is the most important part of this sloka, of this verse. Tivrena bhakti yogena purusham param. That means whether we have qualified in this material plane or not qualified in this material plane, there is actually no relevance. Bhakti doesn't see whether you are qualified or not. So we have opulence, it is not required. How Srimati, that is Mother Kunti Devi, in her prayers says that Janmaishwarya Sutashri Vedamada Madapuman Naivara Sati Datum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Akinchana means materially impoverished. So is it that Akinchana people are only, the devotees, they becomes devotees? That means if a beggar is there on the road, he's Akinchana. That means he's materially impoverished, or he doesn't have anything. So does he becomes the property of the Lord? In the next verse itself, Kunti Devi again says that Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Guna Vrittaye Shantara Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. She says that Akinchana Vittaya, Krishna becomes the property actually of the property of the materially impoverished people. What does it mean? That means Krishna becomes the property of a beggar? No, absolutely not. So Janma, Karma, Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri, they are not a disqualification for bhakti. So many times we see the Maharajas like Ambarisha Maharaja, Dhruva Maharaja, then Prataprudra Maharaja. We have so many Maharajas. They all are very opulent. They had everything, all opulence. They had good looks, everything they had, their strength, money, everything they had. But were they not the great? But they are the great devotees of the Lord. So here, that's what she says, that Janma Karma, that is Janma Aishwarya Shuta, they are all they do not have any this one actually relevance. That what the relevance is, that they should not have the possessiveness. They can have these things, but the only thing is the mentality, that they do not get attached to all these things. Yudhishthira Maharaja was never attached to the opulence. Similarly, we have seen how Dhruva Maharaja or Prataparudra, he was actually sweeping the road. So they are not puffed up, that's what it says in this verse. Eda Mada Mada Puman. That is only the Mada, the intoxication, we get puffed up, that intoxication of being puffed up of high birth, wealth, education, that actually is the disqualification. Pride is not the disqualification. Actually, in Narada Muni, when that is in Damodarastaka prayers, when that particular thing comes, these two people, the sons of Kuvera, Nalagriva and Nalagriva and his brother, what when he says that they will be not be having any, they'll not be wearing any clothes. What Narada Muni says, actually, you people are very good people. Actually, it is not your mistake, it is the mada. He says that because of the intoxication of the power and wealth and opulence, you people are proud, and because of that you are acting. So I'm going to curse you. And he curses it in such a way that they become so reformed. Even today they are singing glories of the Lord in Vaikuntha Loka. That is the benediction. Actually, that is a mercy of the devotee. Even mercy, when a devotee blesses or curses a person, that actually it is a mercy. So here it is, here it is said that no qualification, no, gopis were not literate or they didn't have any of this one, but they were the highest among all the devotees. So this is not the qualification. And even when the gopis actually, when they came for the rasa dance, they left everything. They left the children. They went, some of the gopis, when they were feeding the children, they left it in between, in between, and they, when they were serving the husband or anything, they just left in between and they came to the Lord to attend the rasa. But in the middle, what happens? Krishna leaves them and goes. That's what they say in the gopi prayers. And finally, they say, what type of person are you, Krishna? We came all the way for you, and we came, no, for that reason only we came. And then you are leaving us in the middle and you are leaving us and going away. For that he says that I wanted to show you that when you are so attached and when something is taken away, Vipralambarasa, that's what he talks about. The affection for that becomes multifold. That I wanted to show you. That's what, then only actually that separation only they will be so, they will be, their love increased actually. So that's what Krishna says, that the highest thing what anybody can get is the mercy of the Krishna. That's the point. Even Lakshmi Devi is making in this. The highest thing Krishna give is the satisfaction. But that's what he tells the gopis also. He tells us, I am so poor in front of your bhakti, I cannot give you anything. He does the same thing with Sudama also. He says when Lakshmi Devi tries to stop him for the third, this one, two hands of this one he gives, and that means he takes away almost the whole of the wealth and gives it to Sudama. And when he will be able to take the third one, Lakshmi Devi stops him. She says, what are you doing? You're giving everything. He says, whatever, even if I give everything also, there is nothing in front of what the devotion he has. No, I'm not able to repay his devotion to me. That's what Krishna gets so much attached or so emotional when a person gives everything to Krishna. So he says that the satisfaction what you get by bhakti is the highest. So that's what you are going to get. That's what you are getting. I don't have anything to give it to you. Then also Krishna says, actually he says that I gets bankrupt in front of your devotional service. Then he says that that's what actually this one also we see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he also, people were so crazy at that time. We saw how Jagai Madhya also was, actually built a stone on Nityananda Prabhu. But he was so merciful, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he descended on this earth. His main thing was to distribute freely the names of the Lord so that anybody can get liberated, and also one can get Krishna, that is selfless devotional service unto Krishna and nothing else. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I think time is up.
But we didn't know, Prabhu, the way you are talking. We didn't know the time. It went off so well, and you touched every part of the literature, right from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, the prayers in Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Every aspect of it you touch. It's so wonderful, Prabhu. Prabhu, I have one doubt. You said renunciation is a negative quality which Lakshmi Devi saw, you said, no, Prabhu.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
found everything is good, but only what the negativity is. Why is it, Prabhu? It is
Yes,
one of the
Mataji.
quality of Krishna, isn't it? Bhagavan's six characters, six features.
Correct. For her, it was negative, Mataji, because she is thinking that I am running behind him. What is this? He is not even showing any interest. Like when any Matajis, when they get married, actually they want their the would-be husband or somebody to also show reciprocation, right? Otherwise, they will think, what is this? This person is not interested. Now itself, he is not interested. After getting married, what will he do? That type of feeling she was getting during that Samudra Manthan. But that's why she ignores that one. She ignores that afterwards, and then she says that he is my husband.
Okay. Wonderful, Prabhu. When we were going through the Upanishad, most of the things which you said about Sambhuti, Asambhuti, they explain all these things. And one more thing is Prabhu, in many places when Satyanarayana Vrata is celebrated, they keep only Narayanam. But in Karnataka, when I came back, I was from Andhra, brought up in Chennai, but when I came to Karnataka, they keep two kalsas. They say Lakshmi Narayana. They worship both of them together, Prabhu. So that is your explanation was wonderful. I could tell them why it is that.
That's why actually people say that there is no importance given to the Matajis or female, in the material world that is there, before also that used to be the major thing. But in our culture, in our religion, we give first preference to the Mataji, that is Lakshmi. Anything we don't say Narayana Lakshmi, Lakshmi Narayana, Sita Rama, like that only we give that importance. Correct, Mataji, what you said is correct.
Thank you so much for the wonderful program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Krishna devotees, any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Ravilochana, Govinda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. Oh, please bless me.
Wonderful. So nice. So fluent, flowing like so fast and everything so nicely arranged. Thank you so much. So nectar.
Was it too fast, Prabhu?
No. In the fast means it's flowing so nicely. Sorry, I'm not fast, I'm saying. So flowing nicely. Very fluent. Thank you. One second.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class. I think there are no other questions, Prabhuji. We can end today's session with Vaishnava Pranam. Panchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhobhyaya shantitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. Krishna devotees, thank you very much. Tomorrow is the most auspicious day of Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Tomorrow we will listen to Srila Prabhupada's class. Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees. I will end the Zoom session now.